Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, January 8th, and it's week 2 of 2024. In my neck of the woods, it is currently 43 degrees with a high of 50 and a low of 28. I love the warmer weather. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, conversation. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That's always fun. But if not, hey, if you can't come in, welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And also, welcome to my Facebook peeps who watch this broadcast when I download it to my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So our format here is that we do 2 pieces. The first piece is a freebie that I always give away through my group on Facebook. This one is an upcoming book. I'll have it into review to Amazon very shortly. And it's called Tiny Villages Jubilee. So I'm walking you through this. I always suggest that you pace me. And that way it helps you learn. And then my second piece, this is from a Jade Summer book called Anime Coloring Book. And I'm using alcohol marker, water-based marker, and pencil. And you can see how I've been detailing in. I put the alcohol marker down first. The darker blue is the water-based marker. And then I come in with pencil. And detail in the folds. So I'm pretty happy with it. I hope that you're learning something for those of you that have been watching the progress. All right. So let's get working on this piece. Let me grab my paper towel. Guys, don't be shy about saying hello. If you're new, especially. That's the point of me being live. All right, let me just set up one more monitor here real quick. I've got a second monitor so I can see chat easier. Edmilson Elvis, Oda. I recognize the word bonita, so thank you for telling me that this picture is pretty. Hey, Crystal. Edmilson, can you use Google Translate? Google para inglés. Para esta noche. All right, guys, and also I would also ask you, if you like this broadcast, please hit that up arrow or up thumb. All right. So we've been working on this image over the last few days. Again, this is available for free in my Facebook group. So if you want to color along with it, you can. Hey, Karen. All right. I'm going to grab some reds. Let me get my swatch sheet. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to color the brick underneath my bridge here. Missy, hello. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. All right, so I'm going to pick 3 reds. That's what we do in grayscale. If anybody has any questions about grayscale. So I'm going to get a dark, a medium, and a light. Oh, Missy, you got the coloring books today. That is fantastic. You'll enjoy them, I'm sure. All right. So I'm going to work on the bridge. And we're going to use the dark, medium, and light red. Anybody got anything fun they want to tell me? And how's your day been? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw, which means normal day, no drama. Linda. Oh, Missy, I wouldn't mind at all if you flip through them on your channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the offer. The 3 amigos are here. Michelle, Wally, and Linda. Missy, what happened? What's the lose? Okay, dark red to start. Remember, when you color, CV's here, welcome. Thank you for sharing. Missy, why did you have a lose day today? All right, now I'm going to come in with my light color in my lighter portion of my grayscale. Linda has a draw. Michigan is playing Washington. I see that. Maybe in and out. Go Wolverines. All right. And then I'm going to use my medium, and we're going to blend everything together. Now, don't pile drive your pencils. Let your pencils do the work. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Payne's Gray. It's a Faber-Castell color that I use that I like. And I'm going to darken my brick lines just a little bit with it. Just going to emphasize that just a tad. Check it out. And that's going to look really cool when we start getting our other colors around it. Okay, now I've got another brick area on this. Let me pull out. So we've got this brick underneath here. Now, I recommend when you have, this is a busy piece, we're going to have lots of colors. If you notice, all my greenery is basically the same color with the shading, the light, medium, and dark green. Missy, what's going on here? Okay, well, you tried to do an intervention for someone so they didn't get hurt by another channel. Oh. But that is the thing to do. Be silent and walk away. You can only do so much. Missy, ask for guidance from God what to do. All right, you'll notice that the green here, like I said, is consistent. We have our light, medium, and dark because we have a lot of things going on. You want to stabilize some of your colors. So that's why I have basically the uniform, okay, the same shades of green, but different flavors of it. See? So the point is, now I'm going to do my brick the same color that I did my brick up here. All right, let's get the second set of brick done. And I need to color underneath the bridge. Again, I will be using several colors. When you have something dark like this, in this grayscale, you're still going to use your different shades. And yes, you can color black grayscale. Okay, so let's work with our darker red. If anybody has any questions about grayscale, ask. Now, grayscale is not a fill in the blank at all. Grayscale, you just need to learn a different set of techniques. And it's a beautiful, beautiful medium. Yeah, CV, you adore grayscale. All right, now I'm going to go with my light color. Blending, 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 rawhide. Yeah, but don't give up non-grayscale images, CV. You still should be doing those. Okay. Grayscale teaches you shading. All right, now I've got my medium, and I'm blending my medium over my what? My dark and my light. And no, it doesn't matter what you put on first, as far as the light, medium, or dark. Let me back out a minute. As you can see on here, we have light, medium, and dark on our areas of the dress. And once you get really comfortable in understanding light, medium, and dark, it's going to help you on line art images like this. All right, we'll be getting to this in about an hour. About an hour. I always do a grayscale. Sometimes I do 2 grayscale images, but I like to do a grayscale. Let me retract here. I like to do one of these that are grayscale and one that's line art. And that way you guys get to see both things. Okay. Medium color, little teeny tiny circles. And do not be heavy-handed with your pencils, guys. I know a lot of you have problems with that. And remember, when you lift your pencil, do a little bit of a turn to keep your point sharp. You want to keep your pencil raise his hand. Oh, yeah, that you pound your pencils in, don't you? How many of you are heavy-handed with your pencils? CV has already admitted it. Okay, now I'm going to go underneath the bridge here. And I'm going to work that in browns. And I'm going to, you blame your hand? Guys, you got to quit that, because if you're heavy-handed, it doesn't leave you a chance to do different things with your images. Once you put down a color heavy-handed, it doesn't allow you to tint and shade and do neat things with it. Okay, here's a lighter brown. And then I'm going to come in with a dark brown. And we're going to blend those together. I told it to stop doing that, but my hands and feet are out of control. Look how cool the underside of that bridge looks. All right. Yeah, you lighten up after the speeding ticket. How many speeding tickets have you had? Okay, darker brown. And then my lighter brown. So, lesson here, when you have a dark area that's printed in almost black ink, you can color it with a color such as brown. Everybody see that? You've had one speeding ticket, your insurance went up. Yep. How many of you watching have ever had a speeding ticket? This is the number of speeding tickets that I've had in my lifetime. Goose egg. Oh. Crystal, you've had one? Oh, guys. Anybody else care to confess? All right. So we're going to start working. You had one for 10 kilometers over. All right, back in this upper left-hand corner, we're going to start up on this bridge. And then I'm going to work my way across. Hallelujah. Amen, amen. Yes, I drove a lot. I don't drive a lot now recently. But in all my, let's see. So I'm 66. You figure that you're 18, I don't know, 16, 18 when you get your license. So 66, 56, 46, 47, 48, 49. In all my 49 years of driving, I've never gotten a ticket. Okay, we're going to get a nice light beige here, brown. I'm going to work on this bridge as soon as I get my act together here. Oh, Missy, you drove 100 miles a day when you worked. Yeah, I don't really drive now. No need to. I get all my groceries delivered. All right, I'm hunting up my color here. Okay, I'm going to use a light gold. Let me get that shine off this table. Okay. So I'm going with a nice light goldish tan. I actually think Dorothy is the oldest in this group. Dorothy's on vacation in Kentucky. She should be back shortly. Yeah, I think Dorothy's in her 80s. Okay, check out the light gold-ish. I don't feel 66 at all. Okay, see how we're getting a nice stucco look on this bridge? And I'm going to darken that just a little bit right underneath that ridge. Okay. Now we're going to come in with my darker color here. And you want to make sure that your colors blend, right? And a good blend is what? When one color disappears into the next. Seamlessly. Who's coloring this with me tonight? And then I'm going to come in with a medium color. And blend this in. All right, guys, what's the #1 skill that you should learn in adult coloring? Or I should say that you should master. This is so important. Okay. Medium color on our railing. Blending, that's right. And what I always say is I would rather have you use lousy colors on an image with top-notch blending, if you had to choose one or the other, than to have fantastic colors on your piece and horrible blending. You've got to get that blending under control and mastered. And see, this is why if you have heavy hands when you color, it screws up your blending. Once you pound that color into the paper, basically you're done. So, Missy, you're really hurting yourself by having heavy hands. This is why I keep telling you, tint in your colors, work them in. Okay. Oh, that bridge looks cool. Isn't that neat? Now, once you get your colors in based on your light, medium, and dark, this is where you can start tweaking and playing with it. So I'll play with the shading and add my own special touch to it. Okay, let's get to this other bridge. And this is really going to come together. Okay. Now, sometimes what I like to do is I'll take my light color and I'll color over the entire area. Now, it's got to be a very light color because you don't want to get rid of your and obliterate your other grayscale. Okay, Missy, thank you. Now, sometimes I do this, the reason I do it is to identify an area on a page. So if there's a lot going on, by doing this overall coloring, it brings everything forward so you can see what the heck you're doing. Now, that's not the case with this because the bridge is very clear, of course. But keep in mind that when you do this, whatever colors that you add after that are going to be affected by that base color. Now, we've got a building right here. I'm making it similar to the bridge color to give us that sweep of color. In other words, when you look at this piece, your eye follows this particular base color. Let's look at that. So see, when you look at the bridge, you see this whole thing. In other words, I'm directing your eye to look at this as one object. And when you color, you need to think about things like that. Okay. I'm going to put a little yellow in the window. How much is that doggy in the window? That song popped to mind. And I'm going to use a medium brown for the outside. Darker brown to detail. Back to my medium brown just to give us a little more flair. And you'll see why this works to our benefit. Okay. Same brown that I used in the window. It's an orangey brown. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is called Goldenrod by Artex. ARRTX. Isn't that pretty? Miss Karen, good night. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in earlier. I certainly would have said hello. Or were you lurking? Check out how cool this goldenrod is making our bridge look. Check it out. Now I'm going to come back with my lighter color. And I'm going to blend over these darker lines that I put in because we want those to be very soft. And then we'll come in with a darker brown. And we'll work up that railing. How cool is that? Let's see here. And then I'm going to come in with a darker brown still. Let me catch this. Oh, that's the roof. All right. And I'm going to add a shadow underneath the sledge. Now, again, this is where you can use your artistic instinct and start adding a little extra on your colors. See how I'm adding this streak right here? And I'm going to finger blend all of this. All right, let me pull out. Questions, comments? If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. All right. Now I've got this little window box here. And I'm going to give that a little bit of dark shading. And notice that I'm adding a little extra around the outside here. We want this whole piece to be colorful. And notice that that red picks up the brick that we put in the bridge. All right, back to the top. I'm going to start in on my buildings here. And we have carte blanche to add some really cool colors to this. All right, I'm going to start working on this building right here. I've got a nice grayish blue. and a very crumbly pencil. What is this? This is a Color Soft. This grayish blue is absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. Let me grab my individual sharpener. All right. Take your time. Little circles. What are you coloring while I'm coloring this? Crystal, you love coloring houses? Yeah. I think you'll really like this next book then, that this one comes from. Okay. Finger blend. And if that doesn't cut it, you can go ahead and use your blending stump. Depends on your pencil. Crystal, are you coloring this with me tonight, or are you watching? Okay. Then I'm going to come in with a slightly darker shade of blue. Notice that I'm stepping down the blue color. So in other words, I'm starting in the upper left-hand corner and coming down this way with it. You don't find that the stumps work? Yeah, it really depends on the pencil. I don't use them a lot, but sometimes in the larger area I will. And then I'm going to come in with a darker blue. Oh, Missy, welcome back. Yeah, Missy, when you step away, just do a BRB. You don't have to explain what you're doing. And then I'm using a darker blue yet. Check it out. Yeah, I just need to know, Missy, that if I'm, talking to people and so forth and answering questions, that they've stepped away. That's all. Okay, adding my shade of blue around my windows. We'll blend those edges, come back with my lightest blue. And then we'll darken this area here, shade it. Check it out. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing this evening? Oh, guys, look how cool this house looks. Let me pull out. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of darker blue just to this light area here, but not much. We want this to look like it's different layers of plaster. Sarah, I keep my email private. As I mentioned the other day. All right. Now I'm going to add a little bit of shading to these little spiky things. Just a little bit of tint around the outside. Crystal, you're absolutely right. You can use the lighter pencils in whatever pencil you're using. Prismas are good because they're soft. So we can finger blend, we can blend with our pencils, we can blend with a blending pencil, we can blend with a blending stump. And right now I'm blending with my lighter pencil. Check it out. And look how pretty that house looks. All right. Now I'm going to come in with a very light yellow. And this will be the building behind the blue. So once again, given that this building is mostly on our light, medium, and dark grayscale, is mostly light, I'm going to very lightly, crystal, put in my base color. Oh, Sarah, you downloaded a flowers coloring book by number game. Cool. Now, when you have your larger areas like this, you want to color in little circles. And take your time to get your full coverage. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Happy Monday to one and all. Hi, Maggie. Maggie likes to sing her way into the room. One of these days she's going to come in wearing a fancy hat too. Okay. Nice light gold with my yellow. Maggie, how's the world treating you today? Finally home. Poor Allie was falling asleep. Thankfully, Daddy and Russ got home. All right. And check out our shading by the edge of the building. It's been a pretty good day. Oh, it's sleeting. Oh. I almost hate to tell you that the high today was in the 50s. And look how pretty this is looking. Oh, more hail than sleet. Oh. All right, we've got a window down here, so I'm going to surround that with my darker color. Check it out. Blending stump. Now, I want you to notice that I'm letting the wax build up on this particular pencil. And that's going to give me a really nice rustic look. Not rustic, that's not the right term. A stucco look, that's the word I want. And notice that I'm adding additional horizontal lines to this. And I'll put in a couple verticals as well. And that's the neat thing is you can, yeah, weathered. This is where you can go above and beyond the grayscale. And add your personality. All right, let me pull out just a little bit. And then on top of this light gold, I'm going to come in with a darker brown. Now the gold and the yellow influence this brown to not be obviously its original color, right? And that's the fun with colored pencils, is you can start combining your colors to create different effects. And I'm going to bring that same darker shade over here. And I'm also going to work it around the windows at the top. Check it out. We'll put a little bit of shade on the edge here. And we've got our window down here. And then I'm going to take my blending stump and I'm going to smooth out my horizontal and vertical lines just a little bit. Remember guys, you don't want any part of the spot that you're coloring to stick out like a sore thumb. So we've got a hint of the vertical and horizontal on this. Oh, cute. All right, here's where we are so far. Maggie, we got our bridges colored there and here. We got the brick underneath colored. And I've started working on my houses here at the top. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick thing. I'm going to set the pattern for the roofs of the houses. All right, you'll do the catch-up tomorrow? All right. Okay. Now, as I told you, we've got a lot going on with these houses. This whole piece. So we have to maintain somewhat of a consistency in our coloring. So every roof that I'm going to be doing is going to be in orange, shades of orange. Oranges and browns, basically. So I'm going to do this one here, and then we need to get on to our next project. So I'm going to pick a light, a medium, and a dark orange. Let's see where my dark orange is here. Let me get so we're not blurry here. I'm going to start with my dark orange. And again, Crystal, don't pile drive your pencil. If you do, you're going to obliterate the detail of your grayscale. And I just noticed that I missed a little bit of my bridge here, right behind the house. There we go. Then my medium orange. Crystal, why did you get into the habit of heavy-handedness with your coloring in the first place? And here's my light orange. Now, I'm not going to be using the same light, medium, and dark orange on all my pieces to get things done as fast as you could. Oh, Check out how I'm adding now a darker brown. Especially on the right hand side. And then a darker brown still. Now, I want you to notice, see how I'm adding this curve of the darker brown? So, not only should you not be heavy-handed, but you've got to slow down, right? We've talked a lot about that. Coloring is not meant to be done fast, guys. It truly is not. Okay, let me pull out. Check out our orange. So all of these roofs will have a variation of the orangey, reddish color. Everybody see how this whole piece is coming together beautifully. Okay, time to switch to our other piece. Let me grab some water. Yeah, and this particular house or roof that I did is not exactly a bright orange. I'm actually going to add a little bit of brighter orange to this. And then it won't get lost in the sauce. See the difference? Much better. Oh, Sarah, you're working on a color by number game app. Good. Enjoy it. Have fun. Oh, that's pretty. Much better. All right. If there aren't any questions on this, I'm going to move on to my next piece. And wait until you see how this looks when we get all these roofs done in orange. Oranges and reddish oranges. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this project. The houses and our couple here. Okay. So the last place that I left this is I was working on the area of her derriere. And I was detailing in her dress. And again, you want to make sure that you blend in these lines. A proper blend, as we talked about, is when one color seamlessly disappears into the next. So I'm going to shade around my flower a little bit. And then we need to what? Blend our edges out. All right. Now let's progress down the sides here. And again, I'm using alcohol marker for the base color of the dress. And then I'm coming in and detailing with a darker red. And you can see how that dress is progressing along beautifully. Look at this top portion as opposed to down here. Now remember, you've got to read your folds in your dress. Right now I'm working on my edges to give us dimension for this. Now this is where when I was doing this earlier, I got the blue on here because I went a little bit too far. Happens to the best of us. So I'm actually going to take a darker red. Now it's not going to eliminate it completely. This is a water-based marker. So I've got to let that dry. But what I'm doing is I'm tapping in my water-based marker here. Don't rub it, otherwise you'll bring up, it'll ball up your paper. And I'm getting rid of that as much as I can. All right, Crystal, thank you. Again, I'm tapping in my marker. Sarah, I'll be on for another hour and 10 minutes. My broadcast time is 3 hours. And if for some reason you can't stay the entire time, it goes, of course, to video on YouTube. And I also download it into my Facebook group. I start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. So again, I'm using water-based marker with alcohol-based. And when you get your initial layer in, then tap in with your pen, with your marker. Otherwise, you're going to rip up your paper because it's gotten so wet. Now this area is a little bit bigger, so I can apply without too much fear of ripping up this paper. Notice that I'm making it a little bit darker at the top. And that gives us more dimension. So Maggie, I assume that you're just going to watch tonight? So you don't have to haul out all your coloring supplies? All right, check the edges here, a little bit darker. Tapping in my color. And hopefully you can see the color difference. Isn't that cool? Again, tap it in. Okay, now this area right here is folded under as well. So I'm just going to put a light coat of my red and make it a little bit darker right here at the top. See how I'm doing that? So not quite as dark as this over here, just a little bit lighter, and then lighter up here because that's the top, where the top of the material is. Okay, same with my areas up here. One coat of my marker. And then a little bit darker here. Up at the top. Pretty cool, isn't it? All right, let me pull out so you can see the whole effect. Isn't that beautiful? Let me work my magic here in the lower left-hand corner while I'm here. Water-based marker here. A little darker on that edge. and a little darker here. And tap it in. Darker here. And then darker at the top. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, if your marker gets a little thingy on the tip, just take your scissors and carefully cut it off. It's a sponge tip applicator, basically. Oh, just got on my fingers, that's okay. So I just did a little micro trim. You can use nail cutters to do that as well. Obviously, be careful when you do it. Okay. Back to our shading and shadowing. We've got a high point right here. So I'm going to darken in my color on either side. Notice that in order to get my darker color, I use repeated strokes because that allows me to fine-tune the color with each stroke. Rather than just coming in heavy to start. Coloring is a constant adjustment. All right, so I've got a high point right here. So now I'm going to blend this out. And remember what I told you about leaving a little extra room when you've got a high point here. Don't come in with your darker color all the way up to the edge because you've got to blend out that edge and then you lose more of your lighter portion. Good grief, does that make sense? In other words, leave room for your blending in between. So now I'm going to blend out that line. And we have a seamless transition from our light to our dark. Or in this case, dark to our light. Okay, now back to this high point here. Nice and dark next to that line. And then I'm going to come in a little bit lighter on top of that ruffle. And notice how when I'm stroking the pencil here, this center portion is starting to show up. This is why you can't be heavy-handed. You keep stroking with your pencil until you get the shade that you want. And Crystal, I'm not picking on you. I'm just showing you the reasoning behind not coming in heavy-handed. Okay. Darker color next to this edge. Blending out that line. And see how this lighter area now is popping up. Hey, Brittany. It's raining here tonight in Georgia. All right. It's trying to rain here as well. But no snow. Remember, when you darken a line next to an edge, you need to blend that out, and that means you get lighter and lighter as you go outward. And the way that you darken a line is what? Repeated strokes, not coming in heavy the first time. See, Crystal, if I give you the reasoning behind this and it makes sense to you, you'll change this. Oh, school closings in northern Georgia and in Valdosta. Ooh, I wonder if stuff's coming this way to Tennessee. Okay, let me catch this little part right here while I'm doing this. We're just going to edge this. Beautiful. All right, let me pull out so you can see the whole effect here. And for anybody that's just came in or is coming in late, this is project number 2. This is the first project that we're doing. This is from an upcoming book of mine, Tiny Villages Jubilee. It's a freebie. I always give away a freebie duet so that you guys can color with me. Okay. So Brittany, you're deciding between a new set of Crayola colored pencils or spend more money on the 28th set of the new Derwent Intense pencils and 28th set of the new Derwent Light Fast. If I were choosing between the two, I would probably go with the Derwent. All right, let me grab some water here. Hi, sweetie. You can't come up on the table, though. Mom is still coloring and talking to people. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Any questions about what I'm doing? Speak up, please. And guys, just to remind you, if you're a member of my Facebook group, if you send me the item that you're interested in buying on Amazon, just send me a DM, direct message. I can give you the affiliate link for our group, and when you purchase it, we get a small percentage of the sale at absolutely no cost to you, but it supports the group. Okay, let's work some more of this. And what I want you to do is think about if you were coloring this, think about how you would be coloring it. So in other words, watch me do this fold and see if it rings a bell. In other words, would you be doing the same thing? All right, let's blend out this line. So what? We're shading underneath the ruffle. We're shading on our edge. Check out how I'm doing the shading underneath here. Along our edge. And again, don't forget to turn your pencil while you color. So when I pick it up, I just give it a slight turn. Keeps my point sharper longer. Okay. Let's blend this up. All right, now I've got a what? Shade right here. Because the ruffle is folded over on the material. Go on, Vicky. Out. Go on. And we're going to shade underneath here, because again, this part here is on top of this. I'm going to darken that right next to the edge. Now, we have a high point right here, right? So I'm going to bring my color over a little more. I'm getting lighter and lighter and lighter with my pencil. And boom, we have a nice little highlighted area here. And we'll blend that edge. All right, let's pull out, take a look. See it? Domino. Okay. Now this little segment right here, we have a high point right here, so it's going to be lighter. We darken inside our curve. And then I get lighter and lighter as I get right here. And our fabric looks like our ruffle. Okay. I'm sliding to the right. Same thing here. And again, I want you to pretend that you're coloring this with me. And therefore, what I'm doing makes sense. Okay. Oh, Brittany, you forgot to mention that you already own the 72 cents of the Derwent Inktense pencil and the Derwent Lightfast. I need to finish these sets up anyways. Oh, I gotcha. Have you thought about Prismacolor? Okay, now this shading should make sense to you. We have the high point here. So I'm going to work my color over. And I get lighter and lighter as I go along. And then we have our high point. Let's see. I'm going to make that a little straighter here. Nice and light with my pencil. Till I get the shade of it that I want. By the way, guys, in my group, I went ahead and I reposted my YouTube video on how to lengthen your pencils. I put it in my Facebook group again. Which one of you asked me to make a video about how I created my pencils and lengthened them? Brittany, was that you? Again, guys, do yourself a favor and become a member of my Facebook group, because, again, that's where I put my freebies. I'm changing up my pattern a little bit on this one curve here. No, that wasn't you. Okay. Somebody that was watching, I can't remember when, a couple days ago, I think maybe. It's kind of hard sometimes to backtrack. I'm not familiar enough with Discord. What would be the benefit of doing it, Brittany? Okay, questions, comments about how this dress is turning out. And by comments, what I mean is, do you see how to put this together? Missy, Discord has a lot of drama. So is Discord like Facebook? I actually don't have problems with spam. If anybody hassles the group, I just go ahead and get rid of them right away. I just block them. I'll have to do a little research on it and see. So Discord is what? Like Facebook? Well, a lot of coloring book authors are on Facebook. And coloring groups. And the time that I spend here also broadcasting, I don't think I'd be able to spend a lot of time on Discord. So right now it's YouTube and Facebook. So if you have a Discord group and you want a place for people to talk about adult things, then you have to create a restricted channel that only people 18 plus can go to. Okay. Okay, let's shade this up. and get our edges darkened. Oh, how pretty. Okay. There are 3 private Discord adult coloring groups on Discord. One of the 3 stopped being on Facebook and moved to Discord instead. Gotcha. Who's the group that moved? Colorfully. Colorfully. There you go. Optimistic. There you go. Okay, I think we've got a good do on the dress so far. But you know me, I like to tweak. All right, any questions? So I want to play around with the shoes a little bit. But before I do that, I'm going to grab an orangey gold. Let me go a little more yellow here. Let's see. And I'm going to, using my marker, color in our uniform. And then I'll enhance that later on. And we've got a little bit of this up by his collar. So I'll poke that in. And then we have oh, Brittany, how come you don't have a channel? Oh, because you don't learn best by video at all? Okay. So, Brittany, do my broadcasts help you? Okay, so there is our gold on the bottom of the uniform. And then we have our darker blue on the bottom where our uniform is. And I'm going to come in with a darker blue yet. Because I want to make sure that it's distinguished between the dress and the uniform. And that looks pretty cool. All right. Shoes. For the moment, I'm going to put in a base color of pink. Alcohol marker. So, Brittany, does my channel help you because I'm live, or you said you don't learn well by video? Now, remember how we put our marker? I'm sorry, what does our our icon mean? All right, and I'm going over my pink a little bit. Second application, a little bit darker. Oh, you were asking Brittany why she doesn't have an icon picture. Oh, some people just prefer not to do that. I don't mind doing it because I'm a public figure. Okay, now, sit tight 1 second. I have to grab something. Let's see. Hold on here. Okay. Glitter glue. I love this brand, Bright Creations. I don't know if it's still available on Amazon. I'm going to play with the shoes and decorate them. I thought you guys might get a kick out of it, that I'm doing it with the glitter. Now, this first pink that I'm putting on is an iridescent. Check it out. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm going to, as soon as I find it, use a toothpick and I'm just going to poke away any extra glitter that got a little bit on areas that I don't want it. Isn't that ridiculously cute? Hey, if she's going to be swept off her feet, it's going to happen in style. Stickles is also a glitter glue. A little more expensive. Basically, it's a brand issue. That's all. So I'm going to put on my glitter. And then I'm going to use my toothpick to spread it on. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, notice that I'm not going to put it on, I don't know, let me think about this a second. Yeah, it's part of the shoe. So I'm going to put a little extra blotch of glitter on here. I hope he is worth it. Oh, good one, Crystal. Oh, Crystal, that's funny. And I'm going to go ahead and spread that up here on the strap. Guys, what's the most important part of your, okay, let me re-ask this. Where is the most important part of your picture? Yep, glitter pens, Spectrum New York, Wink of Stella. Exactly, Brittany. This glitter glue that I got from Amazon, it had like 26 or 28 colors. Inexpensive. And works beautifully. Okay, let's get this glitter off her skin here in between. Oh, okay, Crystal, you emailed it to me? And the answer is, as Crystal said, is the part that you're working on. And the reason that I bring that up is because I'm taking the time to do the detail on these shoes, including the strap. So what I'm basically doing is putting a glop of this glitter on the shoe, on the toe here. I'm taking my toothpick and I'm transferring it onto that really narrow spot. Be generous with your glitter. Okay. Now, if you remember, I showed you 2 glitter colors, right? Let me pull out. So now what I'm going to do is come in with my second pink. Now remember, I colored my base shoes pink. Crystal, did you send the picture of your house through email? And I'm going to add a little bit of that darker pink on top of my lighter pink. And as Crystal said, the part that you're working on is your most important part. So even if you're coloring just a little tiny flower or a leaf, you put your best possible efforts into it. That's the point. Okay, so check out this second pink. And look how absolutely gorgeous that is. Brittany, you'll have to take a peek on Amazon. I don't know. It's called Bright Creations. Just search for Bright Creations glitter glue. And if you can get your mitts on it, I would recommend it. Okay, and again, I'm just putting a little dabble of this on the front. And then I'm picking it up with my toothpick and adding it to the areas that I want to put it on. Somebody tell me why I'm putting so much effort into the shoes. Oh, ridiculously cute. I just noticed on his hand I didn't add my darker shading. Yeah, I would check Amazon for this glue, this Bright Creations, because you get, I think you get like 36 colors. It's really ridiculous. Maybe I should take a little bit of this and pop it on my fingernail. Oh, I don't know how long it'll last. Oh, silly girl. Why not? There we go. Who knows? It may not last, but I'm having fun. Okay, so guys. Oh, Brittany, you found the 2-ounce. Yes, yes, yes. This is it. Glitter glue, Bright Creations, 2-ounce. 26 colors. Brittany, how much is it? Guys, pick it up if you have the budget for it. Note to self, do not scratch your head when you've just put glitter glue on your fingernails. Crystal, just to remind you, my name's ILene, I-L-E-N-E. Okay, I think I'm at a good stopping point. I think our piece looks absolutely beautiful. So tomorrow I'm going to attack these hideous flowers that I hate. And we will, or I will start up. Oh, hold on. I missed something here. I did. I put the gold on his shirt. I forgot to do his, I think these are called epaulets. Oh, $20. Good night, Maggie. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Alcohol marker. A little bit darker than his uniform. Watch your edges. Now, it's funny, I've noticed that when you use alcohol marker next to an area that you've put alcohol marker on, it doesn't tend to run on the paper as much. Guys, give me a couple extra minutes here. I'm going to play with this. Crystal, I won't be much longer. I know it's very late for you. Okay. I bought a huge bottle of gold, silver, and iridescent glitter just to have it because, you know, you use gold a lot. But if you're deciding on getting glitter, guys, get that set that we talked about. Michigan 34, Washington 13. 3 minutes left. Okay. Gold. Toothpick. Hang with me. Now, notice when I use glitter, I put a base color on that is similar to what I'm going to glitter with. Linda is a happy camper. Oh man, check how cool that looks. Little dollop to get these other areas here. Notice how I pick up that dollop with my toothpick. And spread it around. Good night, Missy. I'm about 3 minutes away from ending. You're tired, I'm hungry. I eat after I broadcast. Okay. Check it out. And then I'm going to use my toothpick to clean out Okay, Crystal, see you Thursday. Thank you for letting me know. You've got a procedure Wednesday. Okay. And you have to be in bed at an earlier time. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, check out how I'm using my toothpick to clean out my blue area in between. And get my gold looking really cool. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm calling it a night. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous coloring. Love on each other. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Crystal, blessings for your procedure. We had 2 projects that we worked on. Our young couple here showed you how to shade the ruffles and our buildings. Yeah, Crystal, keep us updated, will you? Based on what you care to share with us. Okay, guys, love you. Have a great rest of the evening, and I appreciate your time. Please push that like button, would you? I would really appreciate it. All right, guys, see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Bye.